Assassin's Creed Rogue is a game that the fans are divided about. Some thinks it's underrated, some thinks it's actually bad. But is it really a good AC game or is it the worst Assassin's Creed game of all time? When it comes to Rogue, the game was released the same day as Assassin's Creed Unity, and it does feel like Unity at the time was Ubisoft's main focus. When it comes to gameplay, the game does feel very similar to Black Flag without any significant changes. You won't be wrong if you say that it's a reskin of a Black Flag. The game does improve a bit on the naval combat and some other features in gameplay. For example, Assassin Stalkers, which I will say is interesting considering the fact that this is the first time our main protagonist is a Templar instead of an assassin. But even considering these changes, I personally don't think that the game made the experience very different. In fact, there are many other changes which don't really impact the game much. Ultimately, they felt like just a filter applied on the game to make it look and feel different. Even the map don't feel very different. The only time it did was in the Lisbon, Portugal mission, but it ended just when it started. The missions on their own are also not very different and interesting. The ones that stands out are definitely the Lisbon mission and the last mission in Paris, but these were so short that they didn't help the game to feel very different. But I guess some criticism of the game isn't very fair as it had a rushed 8-month development cycle. The game in itself can be completed within 11 to 12 hours, which proves my point that Unity was Ubisoft's first preference, but we all know how horrible its release was. The story, on the other hand, is what I feel like is the main strength of the game, as it really connects AC3, Black Flag, and Unity together. You play as Haytham in AC3, and before you play as Connor is when Say helped Templars to get rid of the assassins. And it's also nice to see how Adeval is involved in the game. It's not satisfying to see Say assassinate him, and in the end, you actually get to see the kid Arno Dorian when Say is there to assassinate his father. So the Rogue really has a purpose here as it ties all these games together, although I'm not a big fan of the whole story of the game. As after the Lisbon mission, the whole game is just say killing and stopping assassins from achieving their goals. Guys, that's it for me now. You guys do let me know what you think about the game in the comment section. See you next time.